How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to be taking the first lead on this. Can we have cameras on, please? Very good, very good. Now, what questions do we have? Does anyone have any questions, any sales calls to review? Do you want to take it? Because then I can send out more messages. Give me the minute. Huh? Or if you ask why Arjun is here, he's doing Alan's work. My time is better spent here. I will ask you, but you were not here when, and I got a message from Alan asking when. How are you doing, Isabel?
Good, thank you.
His name is. No, his name is. So, hello everyone. How is everyone doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Ruski is not able to speak. Isabel, are you alive?
Yes.
Wonderful, Isabel. How you doing?
Well, not a really good period
Why not good?
because
Do you want to speak afterwards, or is this something we can discuss with?
no, it's the problem you already know.
Okay, I got you.
Also, my friend now know all the situation, so
So, is it better or is it
um,
worse?
it's worse because now they are asking me why I want to leave school and all this stuff. And in these days, I only justify and explain what I'm doing to them. Uh,
No, don't. Wait.
no?
Actually, it depends. How do you explain it? Do you say what your goals are, or do you just say, "Oh, I just want to have my own business or agency or whatever"?
Yeah,
What
explain.
exactly do you say? Because based on what you say, a lot can be either very good or a lot can be very bad. So, like, can you give us an example? Because other
Mm,
people will also learn something from it.
yeah, I explained to them what I explained to you, like that I have no time and I prioritize my agency now, and I can do school next year.
Okay.
And I explain basically a rough idea of what I'm doing. What are we doing?
It's Give me an example of what you say to them when you explain them what you're doing.
Like I work with other businesses and I provide to them a marketing service and I explain how it works. I call them, then I jump on a call, a Zoom call, and that's it.
Yep. Does anyone have an idea why it's bad to talk about someone who is not, for example, doing something similar and explain them what is it that you're doing? Any ideas? Yes, Pocahontas.
Yeah, I notice when some people ask me what it is, they will always tell you like it's shit, you're not gonna make it work, and that's kind of bullshit. You don't need those negative thoughts. Just tell them like I'm working on me, and they most of the time just let it go.
Or just say, don't worry about it. So that's
Mm.
one thing, yes. The other thing is the exact opposite, namely, it can go into the mental masturbation without you realizing it. So basically, mm, it will release fake dopamine because you're gonna
Mm.
imagine yourself actually, hopping on the sales calls, doing this, doing that. I deal with a bunch of businesses. I'm a G. And while in some cases it is good, very often it may not come across as confident and it can actually have a negative effect. Besides, the last thing you want to do is just your peers that don't understand what is that you're doing because they are either not developed in the same way or their brain is just wired differently, are just gonna look at you badly because they may feel like you're doing something that they also want to do, but they are too afraid to. It's
Mhm.
similar to, for example, if you're gonna tell someone what your goal is, very often you will not accomplish this goal because you're gonna have additional pressure, not from yourself, not from someone who is, for example, teaching you, but the pressure of someone that is not really just worth your time.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
So just for the future, just answer, don't worry about it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be fine.
but referring to what Pocahontas said, and the fact is that I already told them I had to work on myself. In fact, I was like kind of isolating me, and they noticed that I wasn't hanging out, and but I don't know how they take take my phone, and I don't know how they knew the password, and they saw some some chats,
We're not
and
friends.
I was forced to explain those chats.
Okay. First of all, if your friends are going through your fucking phone, change friends.
Yeah. I was very angry at them.
Wow. And what did you do? Or were you just angry? Bad Italian. Don't do it
Yeah,
again. Pa, 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 pa.
Mediterranean.
What did you do?
Mediterranean.
That's bad. Because it also shows that they can treat you as a bitch and you're just gonna accept it.
Mhm.
And like what I mean by this is it's not I don't say this in an arrogant manner. You just need to understand that if someone calls themselves your friend but they don't understand your borders, then they are not your friends. Or you should not call them your friends.
Yeah, they told me that they were doing some jokes and making some photos, and they actually stumbled on the chats, but I don't really believe it because I think they were afraid of my behaviors on be cold and distant in this period. So I think they
It's that.
wanted to investigate that.
Just that. Fuck. Ah, see? Okay. Well, change your friends. Like no. Like you need to understand if someone is doing something like this, that's not your friend. Like
Mhm.
based on the same analogy, if they will find crypto by accident in your phone, will they also take it and like not notify you?
Mm.
Like, do you get my point?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, we can speak about it later as well. But okay, so how is everyone's outreach looking? Pocahontas, how is everything on your side?
Still need to make some calls, but today I'm trying to hit at least 50 people who pick up.
Okay. Isabel and Ruski, you can type in the chat.
Yeah, my week was trying to deal with my friends and parents and
Stop
teachers.
stop calling them friends.
Yeah, big friend.
No, peers. Like, just say peers or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So shall we do a practice, a role play? Wonderful. Paki, how good are you when it comes to sales, or do you want first to observe and then you can go in the next round?
So okay,
Why are you changing your name?
okay,
Your name
okay,
is
got it.
Paki on this call.
Okay, got it. Okay, so thank you so much first thing for having me on this call.
Yes.
So
Please stop being emotional. Are you
okay,
are you able
yeah,
to do role play, or do you want to first observe?
I just want to observe first.
Cool.
Yeah,
Pocahontas, please. I wanted to say pick your opponent, but there is not much picking. Just take Isabel.
Um,
So please start. I don't mind which one of you is seller, which one of you is the prospect.
you want to start or should I?
You start as the business owner.
Okay, sure. Hey, Isabel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So, what were you hoping to get out of this call today?
Well, you said that you was going to bring me some more words, and I need them. So here I am.
Fair enough. So, how this call is gonna go? Um, first gonna ask you a few questions, and if we are right fits, I can show you the whole program and how it works. Great?
Mhm. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Give me 1 second, please.
What are you doing? What are you waiting for? I'm confused. What are we waiting for?
I was looking for my questions and can't find them at the
By
moment.
that
So,
time, by the amount of times you have made this, I was genuinely thinking you can, use your brain to ask questions.
so
On the side note, even if you will need them, why are they not bookmarked?
well, they are, but I bookmarked too much and now I've lost them. Yeah. Well,
See that
bookmarked. I got them in my notes.
see that's why I recommend using Arc, because you can hover your mouse over a folder and just type in questions and you're gonna see questions. Or you can type in sales and you're gonna see everything related to sales.
Okay.
Where are
I'll
those
just
questions?
What?
Where are those questions that
What the fuck is
Pocahontas?
wrong? What the fuck is wrong with both of you? Okay, go to Notion, go to
Okay.
sales fundamentals, and then there is gonna be discovery part or discovery questions. Underneath the video, you're gonna have documents, and then you could, sorry, you're gonna have the niche, and then you're gonna have all the discovery questions for specific niches.
Can you repeat that?
What the fuck? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you because I don't believe in competence of use. So give me 1 second.
I found them.
Well, very happy for you, Nika. It took you only fucking 5 minutes.
Yes,
So you guys are in Notion. Then you scroll down to discover the question. As a matter of fact, I make it fucking easier. You have literally names. For example, Nika slash Pocahontas is in Metspa. She click on view link, she had the link. She click on file, she make a copy.
Oh,
Not that hard. Not that hard, really. Not that hard. So can we please move forward, or do we still need to wait for something?
found them.
Wonderful. Please start again. Actually, before we start, I want to test your knowledge if you even are capable of memorizing things due to the fact that you don't remember your discovery questions. So, Pocahontas, could you please tell the class what stages of a sales calls do we have?
You first got the pre-frame where you take how do you say it? Where you show that you're gonna lead the call, kind of, and explain what's the call is gonna go about.
Where you set up expectations and your authority, yes.
Yes, that was the word I was looking for. Then you got the discovery that also is like 5 different parts.
What are
After
the
the
parts?
discover first you're gonna look for what kind of client you have in front of you. Is then you're gonna find out where he's at and where he's wanna go and his pain points.
Yes.
After that, you're gonna press on the pain points to make sure that he knows that he needs you. And then
Yes.
you're gonna go forward to the pitch or the presentation.
You have missed two very important steps. As a matter of fact, you said 5 steps and you mentioned 3 of them. What?
Those
What?
5 I can't remember.
One is extremely important. The other, okay, I'm give you a hint. One is connected to the informations you're gathering. What can you do with the informations you have gathered?
You can understand how your clients.
No. How can you utilize the information the client gave you? In order to move forward, for example.
You can check the numbers.
Nika. The answer is not correct. Come on. I was so proud.
Yeah, I knew once you were gonna ask the 5 of discovery, I'm gonna fuck up.
Okay, if you're not able to act on this game, then the other one is something that if you're not gonna do, gonna backfire after you gonna ask the person for sale. What is it?
For sale, you mean the product value?
Yes, if you're gonna just pitch them, but like not with a presentation, I mean actually with a price. What can backfire?
If you not handled the objections up front?
Yes. So now the last one. So in all words, just for people who didn't understand, she meant pre-handling objections before you move forward to the pitch, which is a presentation. And come on, one before that. Just one. One before that.
And then
Extremely
you go
important.
to the pitch.
No, that's the fucking
One
last one.
before it
Wrong
all.
directions. You got this. Pocahontas. Pocahontas. Pocahontas.
That doesn't help.
Okay. A man
No, I'm
can
gonna
wear
waste too much time.
a man can wear it with a suit.
Tie, final tie downs.
Yay! So, summarizing what Pocahontas tried to set, the first two main stages of a sales call are pre-frame and discovery call, like discovery part of the call. Pre-frame, obviously, it's just basically there to set the right expectations, to set the authority over the call, to understand who has the fucking ball in the court. Then, in the discovery call, we have 5 parts, like discovery part of the call, we have 5 parts. So the first part is assessing prospect situation. The second one is gathering relevant information and main pain points. Then the third one is just making prospect realize and admit that they need a solution. Then you have the final tie downs. Then you pre-handle the objections that may occur and then transition to the pitch. So it's technically speaking 6, but transition to the pitch just like so. I have gathered everything I need to. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes. So technically speaking, 6, however, transition to pitch can be as simple as so. Pocahontas, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have gathered everything I needed. So I'm more than happy to just show you what is it that we are doing in details. So shall we move forward? Oh, wonderful. Let me open the presentation. And if some of you are gonna take fucking 30 seconds to open the presentation, I'm gonna smack you. The presentation should be bookmarked as open view link. That's what it means is you click on the link, immediately open. Or as a matter of fact, you can open it before the sales call. So it takes you 1 second to just have it open because that shows competence. And yes, so in this role play, we are once again gonna just focus on pre-frame and discovery part of the call. However, the next main stages will be the pitch, which is the presentation, then clarifying and answering questions, and then asking for sale. Under asking for sale, it's obviously just handling final objections and then just closing the deal / negotiation in case it's needed. So please, Pocahontas, whenever you're ready, play with Isabel.
From the beginning?
Yes.
Hello, Isabel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So, what were you hoping to get out of this call today?
Well, you told me that you could give me more work, so that interested me, and here I am.
Interesting. So, first I'm gonna ask you some questions to see where you are and where you want to go, and just to make sure that we would be the right fit for you. And after that, I'll show you how the whole program works. Shall we dive in?
Yeah, sure.
So,
Uh, Move forward. I'm not laughing because of you. I just got the most retarded message ever.
What?
Please move forward.
have you tried lead generation in the past?
Not lead generation, but CEO. But it was
You mean SEO?
SEO, right?
CEO is a chief executive officer. Oh my God.
SEO. I don't do that service.
Yes, but
And
it's a part of a marketing. You should know what it is. You at
yeah,
least
yeah,
should
yeah, of
know how to
course.
pronounce it.
SEO, SEO.
Do you know what SEO stands for?
Yeah, search engine optimization.
Oh, okay, you
No?
said it with Italian accent. I get confused for a moment. Yes.
Search
Search engine optimization, but sure.
engine.
Search engine optimization. Yes, that will be in Italian.
Okay.
Okay, please, Nika, repeat the question, and please, Isabel, answer the question properly.
So, have you tried any lead generation sources before?
Yes, we have done SEO, but it was mainly, no, it was only for the customers and not for the workers. And so now I don't know how to get more workers, more work for the customer I have.
Okay, so that's the only thing you tried.
Yes.
Okay. So, how many new clients do you see monthly at the moment?
Um, like we have 5 to 8 leads, but we don't close a client every month.
So, you close between 0 and 1 client a month, or?
Yeah, one client every 1 or 3 months. Like we are established business in real estate in Los Angeles. So customers get to us, and I wanna increase my work to deal with more customers and close more deals per month.
Okay.
Now, the next question is very important. What would it be, Nika?
To be fair, I'm not sure because he's talking about real estate, I think, and the numbers for
Yes.
Metspa are very different. So to be honest, if this should be Metspa, his number sounds like someone who will be broke.
If it's med spa, it's terrible. Nonetheless, even if it's a med spa, you need to know what fucking treatment. So, in other words, what is his average deal value? Obviously, in your case, it will be treatment. In his case, it's a deal or house value. And then what is his take home? Because if he's flipping a 5 mil house every 1 to 2 months, not a bad thing. But if he's flipping 400,000 house, food is expensive nowadays, you know? Same goes for med spa. because he can do, for example, laser hair removal, or he can do booby job. And if it's big booby, it's more money.
True.
Because or even some like BBL and stuff like that. Like this is more expensive. So what's the next question?
So, how much does the average cost bring you in?
What?
Fuck,
Okay,
I
please.
don't know, my brain errored.
Yes, please take a deep breath and use your brain cells, the ones that are not dead, because I think few of them just died.
So, how much do you earn for each job on
No.
average?
That's a terrible question. It's like, Nika, how much do you get paid? If someone has a financial mindset of a fucking 9 to 5er, they're gonna be offended. That's why you need to ask. Oh, okay, absolutely. Well, you need to act confused and curious at the same time. So, one every 2 to 3 months. Okay, then what is what is the home value that you're operating with? Okay, cool. And what is the average take home on that? Because dependent on the answer to that question, it's gonna be like, 20,000. So expensive the bread is expensive nowadays, isn't it? Or it's gonna be like, okay, fair enough. Then is your focus on the luxurious residential or commercial, or do you want just more influx of leads just so you can sell more houses? Do you only deal with luxurious ones or also the normal residential ones? You don't need to ask about commercial and residential. That was like not now. It will be relevant if you will ask it before, actually, because as a real estate agent, you can deal with residential or commercials. Do you know the difference, by the way?
No.
Okay. Residential is somewhere where someone lives. A commercial is, for example, a company.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Please try again. Like from the last fuck up.
Okay. So, if you get one client every 3 months, then how much does one job bring you in?
Well, we vary a lot, and the range is typically between 50,000 and 400,000, because we do both we both sell houses and do rents. So sometimes it's not that much, but sometimes we close good deals. And I'm
Yeah, but
trying,
if you just need to take an average,
I would say 1 to 200,000.
and how many of that do you take?
What is your take home on that?
What's your take home on that?
Well, 40%.
So now, kids, a quick math. How much is 120,000 minus 60%? Or
Wait, he said 100? I thought he said 100 to 200.
Yes.
yes. So you can either go. Well, it's up to you. You can either go with the average one, or you can go with the lowest one, just to
To be
make your
sure.
like yes. Because in this case, it will be basically 40 Gs.
For 3
So
months.
do you think you can live on 40 Gs every 3 months? It depends where you
Yeah,
live.
that's true.
But then it's okay. But still, you also want to know. Okay, got you. But then I'm a little bit confused. So why do you only close once every 3 months. Like I completely understand the fact that in real estate, it takes roughly the best case 3 months, in the worst case even 2 years to close the deal, sign the contract, or just sell the house. But then what's your focus? Like, do you want more of those people that are gonna be able to buy the luxurious houses that you're working with, or are you just looking for a steady influx of people? Like, what's on your mind? Because you want to understand where they're coming from, and you want to also understand if they like which direction do they even want to go. So please move forward from the last part.
So, how much did you make so far this year?
This year, and for the company or for myself?
For the company?
I like the
Like,
fact. Stop. I like the fact that Giordano is in fucking real estate and he doesn't know that it's not a company; it's fucking brokerage.
yeah.
If someone doesn't know, brokerage is a place where realtors are able to just work with or underneath it. So they don't even need to, most cases, look for their own listings. They just take the listings from the brokerage and then sell it on their behalf. Which is also fun because you also need to understand what their level is in the brokerage. Because if they're at the bottom, very often if they even close a deal, brokerage takes a huge percentage for additional trainings, for additional fees, and also just for the fact that they gave them the property that they can sell. So please, Giordano, use the language that you know your people are using, and I don't mean Italians. Please try again.
Do you mean for myself or for the brokerage?
Could you do both?
Yeah, for the brokerage, I think 1.5 million last year, and so I don't really counted my revenue, but I think it's like 40%, 50%, as I told you.
50. So that should be around 160 grand this year.
100? No.
Oh, your math is horribly wrong, Pocahontas. How much is 40%
To be
of one?
honest, I don't even know what the fuck I need to say. He keeps talking about homes and shit. I don't know shit about homes.
No,
Like,
but it is
I'm
no. That's
my
absolutely
brain
fine.
is
It is about the math. It has nothing to do with the homes. That's why it should not be an issue for you that it's a different niche because it is still the same frame. It is still the same math. Because you just said 100. How did you come to 160,000?
for himself. He said 40% if he earns between 100 to 2,000 grand each 3 months. He is, if I go for the lowest, 40 grand for 3 months. So that should be around 160 by the end of the year.
But he told you 40% from 1.5 million.
For the year.
Yeah, because you asked for the year. So how much is 40% of 1.5 million?
Around 800 grand.
You sure?
8, 9. If I need to guess like quick.
Do the math.
40%, 600
Yes.
grand.
So your math will be off by, did you say 180 or 140?
160.
Yeah. Your math will be, off by only 340,000.
That's a lot.
Yes. That's why we are active. That's why I teach you guys how to actively listen and double check the numbers. Because also by the first calculations, you have not asked them, oh, okay, so is it roughly 40,000 that you take home? Oh, okay, cool. Or just, okay, and just move forward and stop being, emotional that it's not your niche because nothing in terms of sales changes. Sure, there are some words you need to just adjust, but fundamentally speaking, from your point of view, what have changed, Nika?
Well, I'm just trying to listen, but I don't understand the fuck that he's saying. That's the problem. So my brain is still trying to understand what he said, and in the meantime, he's already talking about the numbers, so I forget to keep up with the numbers in the meantime.
Just ask to repeat.
What?
You can always ask them to just repeat what they just said. Like, you're allowed to do that. Okay.
Sure.
Paki, do you think you're ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Almost. Like I'm learning a lot of things to be
Cool,
honest.
wonderful. I don't give two fucks if you're almost ready or not. Isabel, Paki, please. Nika,
Okay.
just chill out a bit, yes? Just, take a hit
Okay.
from the vape.
I do the agency and you do the, or how you wanna do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll be the agency.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So okay. So hey Isabel, how are you? How
I'm
you
fine, thank you.
Okay. So like I need to know like how should we actually start this specific convo? Like I don't have any specific script for this.
Cool, because there is no script. They also learn without the script because I teach your brain how to adjust to it. So
Okay.
please try
So
whatever you have on your mind. If it's gonna be terrible, I'm gonna tell you.
awesome. Okay. So basically, before we move further, I just want to confirm one thing. Like this specific convo is basically, like Isabel is on the call, right? He's in the meeting, and I'm pitching the services that I'm providing him, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, hey Isabel, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Okay. So let's start with this meeting, like the things that we are. So, Isabel, tell me something about your business, like what exactly you do, and what are the things that you're currently working
Wrong.
on,
You
and what are the
you
things that you're currently
no wrong.
facing?
You have completely missed the preframe. Why do you directly go into discovery if you have not even established what the call is gonna be about? You have not even asked him why he's on the call. You have not told him what what he can expect from the call. Oh, and on the side note, very important, you have a Indian accent. So
Uh-huh.
important thing for you is to utilize niche knowledge. Like I don't know what niche you're in, but whatever niche you're gonna be in, whatever niche you're gonna pick, you need to learn a shit ton of things about the niche so you can randomly just put out the facts of the niche so the person can be like, oh, okay, he knows his shit. Because only then your accent is gonna be irrelevant for them. Otherwise, they're just gonna assume you're a call center or whatever.
Okay. So, hey,
Is that
Isabel. So,
yeah.
yeah, please continue.
No, please start.
Okay. So, Isabel, hey, what made you jump on this call? Like, what are you expecting from us?
No,
Well,
wrong.
you,
The first part of the question was correct. The second one was not. What you can add to the first one, if you really want to end this with a question, is give me one second. What you can add is, for example, is it important? So what you can do is, for example, so Isabel, what brought you to the call today? Like, I understand that my team reached out to you. However, from the conversation you had with them, is there anything in particular that just made you hop on this call?
Okay.
Please try again.
Can you please repeat once again? Like, once again, please.
Hey Isabel, how are you doing? Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I'm doing very good for myself. So out of curiosity, like I understand that, our team reached out to you. However, is there anything in particular that just made you jump on this call today?
Okay. So hey Isabel, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also doing good. So Isabel, out of curiosity, I just want to ask, like, what exactly made you, to jump on this call? Like how can we actually help you in this specific thing?
Yeah, on our call, you told me that you could get more customers to me,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm here, happy to
Okay.
scale.
Okay, great. So Isabel, tell me something about your business. Like what exactly the problems are you facing and like what's going on in the business? Yeah.
Well, we are not facing any particular problem.
Uh-huh.
We are closing 1 or 2 deals a month,
Mm-hmm.
and we are targeting luxurious house,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. If you
Oh,
can bring me more customers,
okay. Got it,
I'm
got it.
listening.
So like in this, this real estate industry, like what exactly are you focusing? You're focusing on the luxurious thing, right? So are you
Yes.
focusing on the other aspects as well, like residential or commercial properties?
No, no, only luxurious.
Only the residential, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So tell me something about, that specific property that, on an average, like what is the, the lowest price of the property and what is the highest one? Like what is that specific range that
Okay,
you're selling?
stop for a moment. A perfect example of niche knowledge that you can implement here is, so from our clients, like the people we worked with in this specific area that you're in, I know that in Vancouver, for example, the average luxurious house is, I would say, 1.2 million. What we have seen from our clients, they had properties where it was 900,000 to 2,500. So can you tell me just roughly on this scale where you're lying?
Oh, got it. Okay. So Isabel, tell me one thing, like in Vancouver, if as far as according to my knowledge, I've seen like the lowest price of the property, the residential one is, almost 1.2 million, right? And the highest one is almost, it reaches to 6 million and more than that. That totally depends upon the customer. So what are you dealing with? What exactly the properties are you dealing with? Like the specific price range?
All right. Our range is between 800,000 and 3 million,
Okay.
but
So the range is
sometimes we get to close a deal even more high than 3 million.
got it, got it. So the range is from 800,000 to 3 billion, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So on an average, like if I talk about, on monthly basis, like so how many properties are you selling? Is it only one or two? Like, how many properties?
Yeah, I told you before it was
Uh,
between 1 and 2 every month. Sometimes we don't sell anything, but it's uh,
got-
it's rare.
and are you getting the potential clients from your referrals or like word of mouth? Like
No,
how are you doing that
stop.
specific thing?
So what is it that you're currently doing that allows you to do the lead generation? I know that a lot of people in real estate, especially, were only on the sphere of influence, which is referrals. But then is there anything else that you're actively doing, or are you only relying on the sphere of influence?
Okay. So as Isabel, I know like most of the realtors are, focusing on, the referrals kind of thing, but like what exactly are you focusing on? Like,
We are doing Facebook ads. We are
uh-huh.
working with an agency, and that gets our customer to our website. And after that, we have a in-house email marketing campaign, and we
Mm-hmm.
email the customer that sign into our newspaper in our website.
One more
Okay.
important thing before you say something. He's constantly saying we, so you at this point you also want to ask what he means by we. Is he working with brokerage? Does he mean his team? Does he has a team leader? Because if he has a team leader, it's very important to know if he's the bitch or if he's the team leader. Because if he's the bitch, he's not gonna be able to even make a decision on this call.
Okay.
Like just in case you
So
will go into real estate,
got it, got it. So Isabel, you mentioned like you have a specific team members, right? So can you tell me something
No,
about
no, you fucked up. When did he say team members? The only thing he said is we. So you can
Oh,
simply ask Isabel, by the way, just on the side, not just so I have clarity on my side, you're constantly saying we. What can I understand underneath it? Like, do you mean your brokerage? Do you mean your team leader? Do you mean your team?
okay, so Isabel, just from the side clarity of my side, like what exactly are you were mentioning a lot of times, that we, like what do you mean by we? Like, is it the brokerage or like you have a partner? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I meant my team. I don't like to take all the I don't know how to say
Brother, it's your fucking niche. You should know how to say it.
all the
As a matter of fact, if you will slap right now the names of the ranks in the brokerage, oof. The same for you, by the way, Paki. So in this case, you can also slap niche knowledge. Like obviously, this is only applicable for real estate in this case. But if this will be once again a perfect situation where you can slap in and be like, "Oh, you mean your team? Okay, so are you?" And you say just names of the ranks.
So I didn't get this one. Like names of the like what?
No,
I
so
didn't get,
in brokerages you have levels. Like brokerage
okay,
works like a fucking affiliate marketing.
okay,
So more people you have underneath you that are selling in your name, that are selling for your team, higher in the ranks you get. You can also do it by yourself, but then if you're doing this by yourself, you don't have a team, that is gonna be a solid realtor. That's a realtor you want to work with if he's gonna be very high in the ranks. You can research it, by the way. Or you can just
yeah,
call a brokerage, be like, I'm a student, I want to become a realtor after my high school is over or after my college university is over. I have a couple of questions. Will be fine if I just interview you. And then you
okay,
can just ask about like everything about the teams, about ranks, etc. But like this will be once again a moment where you slap in niche knowledge and people are gonna treat you differently because they're gonna see, okay, he either put a lots of effort or he has been working with a realtor or a brokerage before.
got it, got it. So I'm a bit confused with this level thing. I don't know, like how should I pitch this specific thing? Like how should I?
In this case, it's fine because you don't know the levels. But neither does he. So, conversation at the same intellectual level.
Okay. So where were we? I forgot. How much did you?
Well, it's not your time to ask the question. It's George's time to, answer the question.
yeah, I was saying to the answering the we, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Um, the word, by the way, was credit. I don't like to take all the credits. However, I'm the business owner, and when I say we, it's because I like to consult with the marketing officer, but I'm the one who decide.
In this moment, you also
okay.
want to clarify if by his company he means his brokerage or his team. Two different things.
Okay. So Isabel, tell me one thing, like uh,
Come on, Paki, I believe in you.
my brain just got washed away. So Isabel, tell me that you mentioned that you're having a marketing team, right? You're working with a marketing team. So tell me one thing, like there must be a specific reason that you have jumped on this call, right? So there must be something that is not going correct in from their end or from your, we don't really know about that. So can you put a limelight on that specific thing? Like what exactly is going on?
Yeah, we are working with an agency, but there is nothing that isn't working. We just want to scale more,
Okay.
and if you can provide me more customers, more leads, that would be great.
Okay, okay. So as you mentioned, like you are generating revenue from like on monthly basis, you're getting you're selling 1 to 2 properties, right? And the range is from $800,000 to $3 million, right?
Correct.
So what if I say like we can actually, assist you with this specific thing, right? We can make a few changes in the numbers, right? And whether it's regarding the property pricing or like that totally depends upon the client to client. But that what I'm telling you is like, what if we actually change the numbers, the clients that you're getting from 1 to 2, to make it increase that specific range, right? So on monthly basis, you're currently earning from $800,000 to $300, $3 million, right? So what if we increase that specific number? What do you think about that? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that will be great.
Okay, great. So as you're already working with a marketing team and you've already mentioned a lot of things about you and your team members as well, right? So your marketing team as well. So the things that we are going to offer, like it's not like basically we are going to pitch you any specific thing, but as far as the things that you mentioned till now, the conclusion that I've come till now is that you're facing with a specific problem which is related to getting less clients, or you're
What
not
the
getting that
fuck are
amount
you
of
doing?
that.
Where is this going?
Like I'm asking him, like I'm telling him the solution for his specific problem. So
Yeah, but you don't know what his problem is. Has he admitted that he has a problem? Has he admitted that he has a problem with influx of people? Has he admitted he wants to more money? Besides, if he is making based, let's say this is the same prospect, because you don't even fucking know how much money he makes. So what problem he has?
got it.
No. You have overskipped all the relevant questions. Do you know how many deals he's selling?
No, he the only thing that he mentioned is he's getting 1 to 2 clients, and the property ranges from $800,000 to $3 million. That's it.
Wonderful. So you don't know how much he's making. You know that
Absolutely.
he's making 1 to 2 closes per month. Have you double checked with him that it's 20 this year? No, you have not. Have you double checked how much it was last year? You have not.
Got it.
Do you know how much he's paying his team? You don't know. Do you know how much he's giving to his brokerage? You don't know. Do you know if it's his company or brokerage that he meant when he says his company? You don't know.
Got it.
So there is no reason for you to move forward and pitch him on the problem because you don't even know what his problem is. As a matter of fact, if he's selling a property from 800,000 to 3 million, let's say he will make 600,000 a year. He's not an emotional buyer. He doesn't have a problem. The only thing he wants is probably to make more money, unless he's lazy.
Got it.
That's not a problem. It's just a goal. And then you don't tell him, oh, you have a problem, and wait till he tells you to go fuck yourself, because if someone makes proper money, he's gonna tell you to go fuck yourself. It's about putting yourself in a position where he's gonna understand, okay, so you're gonna be able to help him to get to that goal, even though he's able to do it himself. However, you can speed up the process. Because, like, as a perfect example, if you would hop on a sales call with me and you will try to sell me something, you will treat me as an emotional buyer, because what you just tried to do was treating an emotional buyer, because emotional buyer is someone who will have a pain and who will have a problem that you need to assess and then use against him. I will look at you and just comfortably tell you, with all due respect, you're terrible at sales. We can end this conversation here. If you're terrible at this, I don't even want to know how terrible you are at your service. Because you started to treating me as an emotional buyer, even though I'm not. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yeah, absolutely makes sense.
Please try again.
Okay. So Isabel, can you please tell me like how much revenue on an average did you generated last year?
Last year
Yeah.
it
Well,
was
by the way, sorry, your question didn't make sense. You said average last year revenue. Like, there is not such thing as average revenue. You just want to ask him comfortably. Okay, wonderful. So, Isabel, just so I can also have clarity on my side, how much revenue were you able to generate last year? Okay, and based on the previous math you told me, so is it 600 this year? Okay, cool. And then you can figure out the rest of the math.
Okay. So Isabel, can you tell me like how much revenue did you generated last year? Like if we talk about like the math that you already told me, right? So is it $600,000 this year? What do you think about that?
What? I didn't understand the.
Did you see? What do you think about it?
That
What?
just apologies, that just went in the flow.
I didn't understand the 6,000.
600,000.
Okay.
No, that would be a next question, by the way. He has not. You don't want to ask two questions?
Okay, so let's start again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
again.
Isabel, Isabel, can you tell me like how much revenue did you generate last year?
Yeah, last year we generally like 22 million in revenue.
Okay. Okay. So, and how much have you generated till now? Like by this for this year, for this specific month till November, how much have you generated the revenue?
I didn't understand the question.
So what I'm saying is like what I'm asking is like how much revenue have you generated by this year, like till November, till
No,
this month?
you're wrong. You don't know how to formulate this question. Okay, I got you. So last year you were able to generate 24 million with your team. And how does it look like this year? Like, what were you able to generate this so far? Or
Okay.
take into consideration we are already at the 6th of November, but let's say till October, how much were you able to generate in terms of revenue in those 10 months? Was it close to 23 million or is it less? Is it more?
Okay, so Isabel, can you tell me like how much revenue were you able to generate till like let's say till October, like how much revenue did you generate? Like last year you told me that you made 22 million, right? So is it close to 22 million or like is it less?
Yeah, it is close, but a little less. It is roughly 70 million by now.
Okay, got it. And how much are you targeting, by the end of this year? Like how much revenue are you focusing on?
Targeting what?
How
How
much
much revenue are you focusing on to generate by the end of this year?
Well, wrong question. You can literally just reformulate it and be like, okay, and what would you say was your financial goal for this year? Literally
Okay,
the
so
same question, just formulate it in a better manner.
got it. I forgot, like I don't know, like I guess it's a problem with the grammatical, things. Like I need to
No,
increase my vocabulary.
no, it's just you're stressed as fuck. So just simply be like, okay, I got you. And what would you say was your financial goal for this year?
Okay, so Isabel, can you tell me like what is your financial goal
No,
by the end of this
what
year?
was?
What was your financial goal for this year?
Yeah, surely to hit at least what we did last year, but the goal was to even increase it. So
Oh,
we hope we can do it, but I don't think we are going to hit that mark.
okay. So so what is that specific target that you're aiming for?
Mm, Last year we did 22 millions. I was
Okay.
aiming at 25, 26, even 30.
Okay, so you're talking about this amount for this year, this specific year, right? This 30 million.
Yeah,
No,
30
no,
million
this.
for my goal of this year.
Okay, got it, got it.
You said
So
month for some reason.
Yeah.
'Cause right before you said the year for this year, you said month. Okay. Does anyone have any more questions? So, bye-bye,
so
Nick. Bye-bye,
Bye.
Pocahontas. So, does anyone have any more questions? Because we're gonna end this here and then just gonna start tomorrow again.
I have one question like regarding this
Yes.
cold calling thing. So like whenever we reach out a specific prospect, right? So how do we actually, start a call? Like everybody says, like the first 4 to 5 seconds are, like everybody can judge you on that basis. So like what is that actually,
You mean on
the
cold
starting
calling?
line? Yeah, I've
I
started
don't
recently.
think you should start cold calling. I may
What
be
you
wrong, but because of your accent, you're gonna be judged immediately.
so what should I focus on?
Or you can just do other outreach methods, like I don't know I don't remember what niche you were in, but like for example, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or you can even, while doing other outreach methods, you can test to train the AI cold caller on Go high level to test
Okay,
if you are gonna be able to utilize it, because even if it's gonna be a fucking bot, it's gonna sound better probably than your accent. And it's not
got it.
because you're not able to speak, it's because people are judgmental, and the amount of fucking Indian calls that they get from like in USA, they immediately
Mhm.
will think that you're a scammer, independent of what you're gonna say. Unless you're gonna target Canada, where in Canada you can also do SMS outreach because there is no A2P requirement to do SMS to Go high level, and you can
Mhm.
also handle and you can also target areas where, for example, there are Indian communities. Because I
Got it.
was granted, I don't know what language they speak. I don't know if it's Hindu. Like I also don't know what language you speak. Like, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Hindi, it is.
Yeah, but like I don't know which specifically because I know that there are also different dialects.
Okay,
But like I'm sure you can figure it out.
got it. But like I have one more question. Is it fine like if I ask you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I'm doing the the LinkedIn outreach, right? So what should be the first DM message? Like people say sometimes they say directly pitch the service, or they say just just simply say hi and engage with that specific person, read out their LinkedIn profile, and just start pitching them questions on the basis of their LinkedIn profile, like what exactly they are working on, like just doing a normal conversation and then taking them to the discovery call slowly and steady.
Do you mean the cold call?
No, 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 no. I'm asking for the LinkedIn outreach. So, like,
Oh,
like I'm told.
I can just send you a I can just send you a drive with it where you're
Yeah,
gonna have the whole SOP and everything.
that would be really appreciated.
Yeah. Okay, any
Yeah,
more questions? Ruski? Isabel?
No?
Okay, then I see you tomorrow, yes?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Very nice.
It was emotional.